Hi, my name is Tessa, and today I'm telling you guys about how I got into concealed carry. I grew up in a house with guns, but I was never really taught how to handle them and really what their purpose was outside of a hunting context. And when I started dating my now husband, I kind of got a new introduction into handguns and what it was like to shoot them and how that could be a really fun thing. So I started getting into shooting when my husband and I got married. It wasn't something that I really wanted to bring into my everyday life. It wasn't something that I was ready to do or really interested in doing at all, and my husband was really patient about that, and I'm thankful for that now. I didn't really want to get into it until I saw the reason for it and the purpose behind carrying a gun on my person every single day. My husband and I moved to a new city, and anytime you move to a new place, it can be exciting, but there's little bits of it that can be unnerving and kind of scary. And when we first moved there, there was a really big mass shooting, and it was at a place where I actually visited regularly, and thankfully I wasn't there, but it really opened my eyes to the world that I was living in and my desire to be able to protect myself in a lethal force situation. So after that happened, I decided that I wanted to get my concealed carry license so that I would have the ability to defend myself if I ever needed to. My situational awareness kind of changed because now I had a lethal tool on me and I wanted to be even more aware of my surroundings. And because of that, I started noticing some of the inadequacies in my training. And I didn't feel that I was actually ready to be carrying a lethal tool. So after about a couple of weeks of carrying, I actually took my gun off and started leaving it at home because I didn't feel that I was capable of handling maybe some of the situations that I saw myself encountering. So after I stopped carrying, I obviously started carrying again because now I carry a gun on me. And that kind of came through talking about training and also getting into training more consistently and feeling more comfortable actually shooting my gun in general and knowing that, where I'm aiming is where my bullet is going. And also just talking with people that I trust and being encouraged by them and just gaining an understanding of what it's like actually carrying a gun from those people. But ultimately, I came to a place where I wanted to seek out even more of my own information and gather things from that. As I got further along in my journey and I was looking into that information, I started to kind of reach the end of what was applicable to me, specifically as a concealed carrier. I started to reach the end of that information and I needed to go other places to find information that I felt applied to me and the way that I needed to carry a gun on my body. That was leading me down a road where I was looking to carry a gun that was fairly large for my size. I was looking to add a really large weapon-mounted light and carry in a holster that was really large for my personal body type. And I realized that that was not going to be practical for me in the long term and started seeking out places where I could learn information about what's going to actually be practical for my body type. How do I fit a gun on my body so that I can comfortably move with it and comfortably shoot it and draw from the holster safely and holster safely, and started seeking out information that way. And that led me to a place where I was more confident in those choices because I was seeking out a way to understand them for myself in a way that I could comprehend that and apply that to my life. And instead of just being given an answer and something to just consume that way, I was given information and sought out information that I could own for myself. And if I had continued down that path of carrying and looking to carrying something that was not really practical for my body type, I was going to reach this place where I was going to have to completely change my wardrobe to accommodate that and even change things about my lifestyle. And I realized that I wasn't totally willing to make those compromises. And that's ultimately what led me to wanting to seek out more information and understanding how I can fit a gun on my body in my life and in my wardrobe that I have currently. At the end of the day, this has been an enormous journey, and I've learned so much, and this has become such a passion for me. And that passion has led me to a place where I want to share that with other people who are just getting started so that we could all be better prepared just in case.